A spoken word experience by aspiring leader Viviana Smith. There is magic in the words I weave, the dry erase marker that I brandish as a sword as I slice through the rhetoric of Eve. The unbridled passion that bubbles from within as my students analyze the illusion in Gatsby. The creative ways I use to motivate the masses. See, I do the miraculous every day. By unlocking knowledge from the recesses of minds overburdened by adult problems at the mere age of 16, whose realities are like nightmares, so the sanctuary of a classroom is like a dream. For 10 years, I forged futures in front of audiences whose deficiencies foretold their struggles. Not only with letters and words, but numbers and dollar signs, legal papers and illegal pharmaceuticals that may or may not be a detriment to their families. Many days I carried home more than papers to grade. I carried their burdens, their disappointments, their failures, and their aspirations. And I'm convinced I'm called because since the beginning my personal mission has always been equitable education for all. 13 years ago, I wasn't an educator by profession, but I've evolved from student to teacher, teacher to directing activities, activities back to teaching, and now I coach, but wish to elevate to the #1 instructional leader. As a mother, a doctoral student, and academic coach, I struggle with time. Not enough of it. Hours in the day, days in the week, weeks in the month to fulfill His plan and purpose over my life. In order to reach my professional goals, I will manage my time. Realize that I'm not Superwoman and I cannot do it all, so it's okay to say no sometimes. My personal affirmation will be that I am strong, confident, and fully capable as long as I trust in the Lord and the abilities He has blessed me with. In the next 30 days, I will find sanity in the chaos of testing, and as a perpetual student, I will be observing and learning about the process. In the next 90 days, I will seek to find out more about leadership to mold myself into the servant leader I want to be. This journey has been a blessing. I almost didn't make it, but God has the final say, and the stress this year was for a season. I would like to thank all the Bibb County leaders for being an inspiration. From Dr. Jones, I witnessed the greatness of a true visionary leader. From Mr. Cassidy, I learned that emotional intelligence is the cornerstone of leading self. From Mr. Allen, the ins and outs of the CCRPI. From Mrs. Jackson, the practice of non-judgmental observations. Unfortunately, I missed Mr. Simmons' presentation, but I heard that it was wonderful. From Mr. Timmerman and Dr. Washington, the importance of business partnerships and media relations. From Mrs. Busby, I learned about the hiring and subsequently the firing process. From Dr. Kilcrease, I learned that leadership does not always have to be so serious. There is great fun to be had. And from Mrs. Caldwell, I learned poise and grace in leadership. And finally, from all of you, my fellow aspiring leaders, I learned that a title does not make a leader. Your heart does. Forever grateful for this opportunity. Now watch me manifest my destiny.